Hi guys, Blue Hedgehog Man 17 here once again.
And Scatlink Sean.
Welcome back to episode 12 of the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Last time in the versus race, we became an adult, and we had different things going on before then, because we were finishing up some of the things as a child before becoming an adult. So there you go. So yeah. Now, this is actually the second attempt at recording this, because actually we were talking about some of the things that had happened, but it turns out I actually was not recording at all when it seemed like I was. I must have when Scatlink and I were trying to sync up our commentary, I guess I forgot to hit the record button. I didn't even notice that I didn't hit it, so yeah, that was a bad mistake right there. So I didn't realize that I wasn't recording this when I thought we both were.
Yeah, his Audacity was recording, but his footage wasn't. And by the way, we're going to be having a lot of conversations about the latest Nintendo Direct that happened. Remember that at this point we're going to be one recording session ahead in terms of what's already been published, so keep that in mind. So at the present point in time, it hasn't been that long since the recent Nintendo Direct. And actually, what I didn't bring up from the previous failed recording that we just had, there's actually another upcoming news thing that's coming up, so we'll talk about that as well. But yeah.
Okay.
I had trouble with horses as well as on the last episode.
Okay. All right. So, do you have the timer set for half an hour?
Yep, I reset it from the previous failed recording.
Okay. And I have to. Wow, this is actually the second time that we've had a failed recording, referring back to episode 4. but anyway.
Yeah, I got a bloody crash.
Oh boy. Okay.
Wow.
All right. We're gonna start the countdown again in 3, and this race I should say, in 3, 2, 1. Now let's go. Here we go.
Boop. And the timer has begun, and I am getting out of here now. I believe Blue right now is still halfway through, or let's say a third of the way through.
Yes,
the Forest Temple.
I'm actually midway, pretty much through the Forest Temple right now. So.
Yeah, and I'm on the I'm gonna actually go and continue on the adult trading side quest. I want to get the Biggoron sword as early as possible, if possible, before I do any of the dungeons, because then the extra damage will just gonna be breeze through. That's my plan. So.
Oh, okay, and I also want to point out that during the failed attempt at this recording, Scatlink, before we started, Scatlink has informed me that he is actually not gonna tell me what he's planning in this episode. So that means I'll have to find out for myself what he's planning before I edit this episode, because this episode has gone up on my channel by the time we finish recording it. So
I mean, considering that we're now an adult, we have a lot more free reign of what we want to do. We can do, even though Navi obviously directs you to do the dungeons in a set order, you can just, you know, do them in almost any order as long as you have the bow, but you can still do other dungeons without the bow. So that's what's going to make this more interesting. So I thought it'll be more interesting if we do not discuss our plans and just, you know, I mean, if we do get another Gold Sculptilla, we could just shout it out, or if we reach a milestone, because then that just helps with tracking and editing. But with progression, story-wise, Blue's ahead. But I could be ahead in other sections, so.
Yeah, there's
By
no
the way, I just woke up Mario.
Like we said in earlier episodes, we're planning different routes, so there's no telling who's gonna do what until we both watch each other's footage and then edit each episode off before uploading to both our channels. So there you go. Now I'm gonna go ahead and talk about what else we were discussing during the failed attempt. Scatlink stated it before we started about the recent Nintendo Direct of 2018 that came out, so I'm gonna address that. Now, I was really amazed because for those of you that don't know, Super Smash Brothers is coming to the Nintendo Switch, and I'm really excited about that. So I think it's gonna go all good in terms of everything. Right now, I don't own a Switch, but since they announced Smash for that console, I'm definitely missing out, and I definitely want it. So yeah. Plus,
yeah, it's such a good
Plus,
console.
I also want to get Super Mario Odyssey and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, among a few other games. So there you go. Now.
Yeah, pro tip to anyone who hasn't got a Switch: do the Odyssey. You will not be disappointed.
Okay, yeah. So anyway, first off, I want to point out that, let's see. Well, we should talk about the trailer first, because after watching the trailer from the Nintendo Direct, we saw that Link from Breath of the Wild is going to appear here. His champion's tunic is going to actually be available, so that's gonna really be something there. Which makes me wonder if Link is going to have the voice actor for Breath of the Wild will be the new Link for Smash for the Switch, or if Nintendo is gonna use the Brawl voice clips, which were used again on the 3DS and Wii U versions.
I highly doubt that they'll use the voice clips for Twilight Princess Link, because it ain't Twilight Princess Link. I mean, yes, you have a Fierce Deity costume in Brawl, not in a Smash 4, but, you know, it doesn't really change its voice clips. I mean, when it was Ocarina of Time Link in the original and Melee, it was Ocarina of Time's Link's voice clips, so it was like... And with Breath of the Wild, you won't even need to record new ones anyway, you could just rip them straight from Breath of the Wild anyway, so... It's not really a lot of effort there, and a lot of people... How did I mess that up? A lot of people actually think that it's going to be a port because, well, let's be fair, the Direct was pretty much mostly just ports and remakes. Oh, why did I play the Sun song? Oh my god, what am I doing? I'm going to play Sara's song.
Well, due to Link's champion tunic being one of the outfits, I think it's going to be a brand new game. I don't think it's going to be a port of anything. And... Well,
nah.
And let's see. Also in the trailer, we saw that the Inkling Boy and Girl from Splatoon will make their appearance in this new game. So, thanks to that trailer with those two characters from Splatoon, I think this is actually definitely going to be a brand new game. It's not going to be a port of the 3DS or Wii U version. So, there you go.
Plus, another reason why I don't think it's going to be a port is because, you know, the Wii U and the 3DS version was designed to work in tandem. And that's why the Ice Climbers had to be dropped, because the 3DS couldn't handle them. But the thing is, as well, is that means that they could return. But there's no branding of Namco Bandai anywhere on it. It's just purely HAL Laboratories. So it's like... I think Masahiro Sakurai also confirmed that it's a new installment and not a port or an enhanced port or a remake or anything like that. So everything just points to it being new, and I can see it being new. So yeah. I mean, another reason why I think that it's going to be a new game is that they could just use the resources, like the engine itself, the physics, and the characters that they're not going to change from the Wii U build of Smash 4, and then, you know, tweak it as such as needed in order to make a new Smash game out of it. New stages, new items, new characters, new moves, perhaps. It can all be done that way, so... Ooh, bloody hell. Actually, trigger him. Get triggered. There we go.
Okay.
Oh, I couldn't get in the alcove. Bugger. But yeah, so yeah, I think it's gonna be a totally new game.
Okay, I seem to lag a teensy-weensy bit on the emulator, but it shouldn't be that much. Never mind that. Not that much.
Oh, what? It went straight through his arm! No! Bugger! Wow, how did I... How did I tank that here? I didn't get launched. Nothing but jank for a moment there. What the hell?
Okay. Now.
There we go. Get you kneecaps.
Okay. Now. Also in the direct, I'm actually now I stated this during the failed attempt, so I'm gonna try and state this again. I'm actually a bit annoyed by this because why, Nintendo, did you have the nerve to do? First of all, for those of you that already know, some of you have played the Mario and Luigi series, beginning with Superstar Saga for the Game Boy Advance, and that got a remake for the 3DS, which in turn is good. And now Nintendo went ahead and decided to release a remake of the third game in the series. I'm going the wrong way, actually. The third game in the series, Bowser's Inside Story. Why, Nintendo, did you guys have the nerve to skip the second game in the series, Partners in Time, and go straight to do a remake of the third game, Bowser's Inside Story, huh? Why?
And I am not Nintendo, but I will speak for them because I have a few rebuttals on why. I mean, it confused me, it didn't anger me, but it did certainly confuse me on why they skipped Partners in Time, especially when Bowser's Inside Story actually has like an optional boss battle with the shrooms. They're like in stasis or something. But here's the thing. They remade Superstar Saga because it was on the Game Boy Advance and the Wii U Virtual Console, but not DS and 3DS. 3DS can play DS games, and pretty much the rest of the entire series is completely playable on 3DS. So remaking the first game made sense because that means you have the entire series on one console. Now, why are they remaking Bowser's Inside Story and not Partners in Time? Well, one, I believe it's because that when Bowser's Inside Story was released, I believe, I may not be correct about this. How did I do that twice? I may not be correct on this, but I believe that the 3DS was already out or just came out when Bowser's Inside Story was launched, and it was on the DS so that anyone with a new 3DS, the new 3DS, or with an old normal DS or DSi could still play the game. So that might be why they're remaking it, so it's actually up to par with what they would have actually done if they just made it on the 3DS. I mean, maybe they had it sitting in the back burner and they just finished it off now. Who knows? But there's another reason why I think they did Partners in Time beforehand. They skipped Partners in Time, excuse me. And that's because Partners in Time alongside Super Paper Mario are probably one of the darkest Mario games ever made. Like, the darkest. You can't get any darker. I mean, people die in Partners in Time. They outright die, become zombies, or like get shrubified, drained. Their life literally sapped out of them. What other Mario game does that, except unless it's a laugh with like dry bones or something? It's pretty creepy.
Oh boy. And then, well, what can I say? And then I'm a bit annoyed as well that Nintendo, let's see, Nintendo's gonna have Switch ports of some games that have already come out, like the current Let's Play you've finished up, or pretty much finished up, South Park The Fractured But Whole, and then also Undertale, I believe, is coming to the Switch as well. So,
that's a good thing. That's amazing.
I don't get it though, because these games were already for the PC and or the PlayStation 4, so I don't know why they decided to make a port for the Nintendo Switch. So.
Well, let's think about it this way. People who play consoles mostly probably don't use a high-end PC. And even then, high-end PCs, you don't need for Undertale, because it's quite a, you know, it's a very easygoing game in terms of specs-wise, but Undertale is like one of the most popular games, especially indie games, and not only that, but it's so beloved. I mean, for those haters or for those people who say it's overrated, the reason why that a game like such as Undertale is so good is because that it is that good. And this is coming from someone who did like a love project, like Let's Play with all my friends doing like voice acting as like all the characters. Not the most professional voice acting, but it wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be like a fun little romp through the game and experiencing all the feels. And you know, when it came to PS4, that was amazing because that also meant that you could actually get a physical copy. And Toby Fox had said when the game originally came out, if you could have it on a Nintendo console, he would. Because Undertale was inspired by the likes of Earthbound, Mother 3, Pokemon, I believe, as well. So it's like, there's like a load of influences from Nintendo products, and he couldn't put it on the 3DS because 1, Game Maker couldn't export to the 3DS, 2, he didn't know what to do with the bottom screen because that's kind of like, you know, a requirement for 3D games. Which, you know, if Nintendo did want to like help out with that, I can easily see how they could do that, but I won't go too much into that. But on the Switch, it makes perfect sense. It's basically the PS4, as I see it. It's going to be the PS4 version, but you can either have it on your TV or on the go like the PS Vita version. And Game Maker Studio is actually getting ported to the Switch as well, so you can actually develop games on the Switch. And that very engine is what was used to make Undertale. So, kind of, Undertale was kind of like a double announcement, because you can now make games for the Switch. So I've got no gripes with it at all. Plus, that means as well was that Undertale has now reached the Nintendo fan base, because people who are die-hard Nintendo fans probably don't have a Steam account for PCs, or they do not have a PS4 or PS Vita, and there's already 10 million, more than 10 million like Switches in people's hands right now. So it's like, it's a no-brainer. That's like another possible 10 million new players for an indie game that is so popular. I know, I've been kind of going on about that for quite a while. I haven't let you talk at all.
You're
but
fine.
I had a lot to say on the matter.
You're fine, because in an earlier episode I did talk for quite a bit, and then I left you quiet for quite some time. But anyway, actually, you forgot to mention something else about South Park.
I didn't mention South Park at all, actually.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay.
I was talking about Undertale.
Oh, okay. Well, we did bring up South Park earlier during this recording, but I'm saying one thing you forgot to mention about South Park is that, well, let's see. Despite me being a bit annoyed that it's gonna get a Switch port, you told me on Facebook Messenger that this is actually the first time since the Nintendo 64 games that, how do I say it? The first time since the 64 games that a South Park game comes out for a Nintendo console. Gets released on a Nintendo console.
Yeah, and considering that the story is quite like a literal direct sequel from The Stick of Truth, which is not currently announced for Switch, it's inevitable that it's going to get a port for Switch. I mean, at least I see that anyway.
Okay. Oh, and actually, speaking of the Stick of Truth, you also told me that since the Fractured But Whole is getting a Switch port, you're actually thinking that the Stick of Truth will also get a Switch port in the future.
Yeah, I just said that. I mean, like I said, it hasn't been confirmed, but it seems very high up there.
Oh, okay, and let me go ahead and ask you so that our subscribers can know. What makes you think that?
Well, like I said, it's like Fractured But Whole is literally a direct sequel from Stick of Truth. In Stick of Truth, you're the new kid. You move to South Park, and spoilers for those who haven't beaten the game, people are after you for powers that you don't actually have in like the game that you are playing in the game. If that makes any sense, you're basically doing LARPing. It's like you're the Dragonborn. That's who you are. But then you become a superhero in Fractured But Whole. But then the new kid's proper backstory is revealed, and that's why they had to move to South Park in the first place. It all ties up, and South Park Fractured But Whole pretty much starts off pretty much leaving off where the previous game left off anyway. So there's a bit of a continuity drop there, but they're going to obviously port Fractured But Whole before Stick of Truth, because Fractured But Whole is the currently relevant game. It's only been out for like 6 months or so, because it only came out for like the PS4 at the Xbox One and PC November 2017. Which my one obviously turned up late, but there you go.
Okay, so is that it? Nothing else to add regarding any South Park games?
No, but I could segue to another port that's pretty good, but also quite baffling. But if you think about it, it makes perfect sense.
Okay, well...
Crash Bandicoot.
What now?
Crash Bandicoot.
Oh,
the Insane Trilogy is coming to Switch.
Oh, right,
and
right.
PC,
I didn't mention that. I actually didn't even mention that during the failed attempt, so yeah, good thing you brought that up.
Yeah, because we're past, like, we've just got, like, 12 minutes left now, so we're kind of past that point. Oh, damn it, what am I doing? I've got the poacher sword. I've gone the wrong bloody way. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, well, anyway. Yeah, the Crash Insane Trilogy for the PlayStation 4, that's getting a Switch port as well. All 3 games of the original Crash Bandicoot series that was redone in high definition for the PlayStation 4, and now it's getting a Switch port as well. I mean, it makes sense because, in a way, it makes sense because let's see. There were some Crash games that came out on Nintendo systems, like, for instance, Crash Twinsanity was for the PlayStation 2 and GameCube, and also, this one I did not know about, Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex. I thought that was only for the PlayStation 2. Plus, there was also a Crash and Spyro game. There were two games with Crash and Spyro being crossovers for the Game Boy Advance, in which Crash faces the Spyro boss, whose name I don't know. I haven't played that much Spyro, so I really don't know. And Spyro goes up against Dr. Neo Cortex, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Spyro, well, obviously Crash is third party, he's Activision. Well, now he was originally Insomniac, but they've got Ratchet and Clank now. No, I'm thinking of bloody Spyro, what am I saying? Naughty Dog, they've got Uncharted now, so it's like, that's a thing. But at the same time, it's like, not only is it coming to Switch, but it's coming to Xbox One and PC as well, because the thing about Crash is that it had a 1-year exclusivity deal with Sony, so it would be PS4 exclusive for a year, and then it would get ported to everything else. And Spyro's is probably going to get the same treatment if his trilogy comes out, because, funnily enough, yesterday at 8 o'clock was rumoured to be the announcement of the Spyro HD trilogy, but it never actually happened, so... But saying that, oh yeah, this would have been actually a good point to get the bloody teleportation for Bolero of Fire. That was a big dumb move of mine. But, yeah, you get what I'm saying. It's like, that could have been, that it's going for all consoles anyway, so... And same with, Spyro. It probably, after it gets released on PS4, it'll probably come out of everything as well. But, like I said, that hasn't been announced yet. But what has been announced... Oh, actually, no, I don't think I can do the, Gerudos yet, because I think I need the long shot to escape. I never tried doing it with the hook shot. I don't really want to risk it, so I'm going to bail on that idea. But yeah, what else was I going to talk about, announcement-wise? There was something. Oh yeah, Luigi's Mansion! Luigi's Mansion's getting a 3DS remake, and I'm talking about the GameCube game, not Dark Moon. That's getting a 3DS remake.
Why am I experiencing some lag on this now? I don't get it. And actually, I'm a bit lost because I'm supposed to... I'm losing progress, folks. I'm a bit lost right now. I'm trying to go to where the green post sister is, and now I'm lost trying to find her.
Oh, the green one. That's the one where you push the blocks, right? That's after the falling ceiling room.
Yeah. I'm looking for that one, and now I'm lost. Oh, well, I guess that's what happens for me not playing this for an awfully long time. I thought I had this game fully mapped out and everything. Well, most of the puzzles I completed, but oh, why can't I remember where to... Oh, okay, I think I know my mistake. Was I supposed to go down here? Oh yeah, it was. Okay, yeah, I was meant to go down there again. Right, because I took this door over here, and I left that section to get that gold sculpture, but I didn't return here for the ceiling. That was my mistake. Okay. Okay, so I'm sorry about that, folks, and you too, Scatlink, that I lost some progress on the game here. Shouldn't be that big.
That's fine. I mean,
shouldn't be that big of an issue, though. Go ahead.
It's better to concentrate than actually talking about other stuff, but we want to use this time to, like, fill the void. I mean, we're probably going to continue talking about this in the next episode anyway.
Yeah,
but
you're
what
right
I was
about
mentioning
that.
before you had trouble in the game
you're right about that. Everything makes sense for the most part.
Yeah, so what I was talking about before you were having trouble game-wise was I was mentioning about Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube getting a 3DS remake. Oh, why did I jump off? I could have went straight up there. Oh, my mug. Oh well, I'll go through here and get the below with fire then. That would be a decent segue. But yeah, Luigi's Mansion getting a 3DS remake. A lot of people got annoyed that it was not for the Switch, but I can understand why it was on 3DS because, you know, reuse resources from from Dark Moon, reuse the engine, tweak the physics, tweak the controls, and you're reusing Luigi's model. You've just redesigned the Poltergust, making it work as it is, retooling the controls so you got something similar to twin stick movement. And but plus that means you have both the original and the sequel on the same system. So yeah, it just feels like a no-brainer to me.
Oh, okay. Alright, now, actually, speaking of Luigi's Mansion, my friend, if you're from the Netherlands, if you're watching this, I'm gonna bring you up for this. But, my friend from the Netherlands, some of you might know him, some of you might not. I'm gonna go ahead and say his name anyway. Luigi Man 2201, he's actually been doing a Let's Play of the original Luigi's Mansion on his channel. I think he's been busy with other things. He hasn't had the time to record a Let's Play of the game. I mean, lately he's been streaming on Twitch pretty decently, so yeah. But I'll get around to watching his Luigi's Mansion Let's Play when he uploads the first episode of his channel. Actually, I might put his name on the exclamation card so that if any of you want to subscribe to him, go right ahead. So yeah.
If you and I have got like any projects that we've had that are similar to the games that we've been talking about, you could probably put those in the cards as well, because that's what I've been doing on my side of the episodes.
Okay.
I mean, like, yeah. So, like, if you've been, as we've been talking about Luigi's Mansion, if you've got like a playlist of that somewhere, you could probably slap that up in there.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, all right. I just got 3 of the posters. I gotta get the last one. There's one more game I want to talk about from the Direct, for the 3DS. What's your reaction? And this is regarding Pokemon, because you didn't mention the Pokemon series earlier. What's your reaction to the new game Detective Pikachu? Because it turns out that this new Pokemon spin-off is actually going to have a voice actor for Pikachu.
It doesn't interest me, to be honest.
And
I mean, it's been a Japanese exclusive for a while. It took for, and that's really all I know about it. It's not really it's not really a thing that I'm interested in.
Oh, okay. I mean,
yeah. I don't have a lot to say about Detective Pikachu.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think many people are gonna want it. Hell, if it gets enough releases and most people don't like it, it'll probably get negative reviews instead by IGN or GameSpot or otherwise.
Oh, don't trust IGN.
Why not?
Do you not know what they do to the Kingdom Hearts series? Oh yeah, no one likes Roxas. Who is this guy? Oh yeah, Zayn Hort and Master Eriquise. It's like, really? You can't even pronounce the names right? And you don't even know what you're talking about? It's like, Roxas is actually one of the most popular characters of the series. It's like, they just don't know what they're on about, to be perfectly honest.
Oh.
And it kind of triggers people. I mean, obviously they got better at it nowadays, but at the same time, it's like most people don't take much stock in. Well, some people that I know don't take a lot of stock in what IGN. I mean, I'm not exactly a fan of IGN. I'm not knocking them or anything, but it was quite funny at the time when they were like just trying to like make news on games that they had no clue that they were talking about, and a lot of people were getting mad at them for it. So, I mean, I do not think I don't go to IGN for reviews. And most of the time I know what I like anyway. I mean, I don't know what they're going to say for Kingdom Hearts 3, so who knows.
Okay. I'm almost at the boss room. How much time do we have left?
2 minutes 15. You might actually be able to beat him if you're quick enough.
Okay. Hopefully I can make it in time, and if I go up against the boss, then we'll have to extend this recording until I defeat him, so.
Did I go down one too many? I think I did. Oh god.
I'm pretty close, so yeah, you might have to extend this. It'll have to go longer than 30 minutes if I do reach the boss. Okay, I should have every
it's this one.
Hold on, I should have every gold Skulltula token in the Forest Temple by now. Let me see.
You're actually going to be an entire temple ahead of me? No, I don't trust this. This is nighttime.
This
is nighttime in the Lost Woods.
God. Okay, the emulator is lagging for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, but yeah, I got all the Skulltulas, so I'm fine on that regard. Okay, I'm not gonna open that chest because that's got arrows in it.
Fair enough. I am going to go this way.
Come on, get in there.
You know I said that I'm not going to tell you my plan. I mean, I'm still not going to tell you for this recording session, but once you've edited this one video, it's going to be blatantly obvious, because as we've only got like a minute left, I'm going to be literally right outside where I want to be, so... I've pretty much got half of the trading side quest done.
Oh, wow.
And that's literally everything I've done.
Oh, okay. And before we started recording this, you did get every single upgrade for Deku items. Deku sticks, Deku nuts, Deku seeds. So you definitely should have had the Poultry Saw without encountering that glitch. So.
Yeah, I've already got the Deku nut upgrade because I did that with the masks.
Right, because you did the mass side quest already. I haven't done that yet, and I don't plan on doing it until I get 30 Skulltulas. I'm up to 24 right now, so I do have enough for the Stone of Agony at this point. I'll get that in the next episode, but I don't know how much time we have left, but I can tell you what I'm at the boss
5,
now, so
4,
we'll
3, 2, 1, time's up.
Okay, well I'm at the boss right now, so.
You gotta stop. Oh, actually, do you want to go overtime so you can beat the boss?
Yeah.
Because we did say if it's like...
I'm better off going overtime. I'm better off going up against the boss.
Overtime!
Oh,
alright, we're going overtime.
Right there.
Because it's not really fair to, like, pause you in the middle of a boss battle. If you were just outside of the door, or if you were in the middle of a cut... Yeah, if you just finished a cutscene, then... Yeah, I would probably stop. But since you're in the boss battle, I don't think it's fair to stop you, because otherwise that could throw you off for when you start off the next episode.
Yeah. And if I'm not careful, I'll die and possibly get a game over. Well, speaking of that, I already died once in this race, but since I had a fairy, it wasn't actually a game over, so I'm good.
I'm good.
Don't reference iPhone 65 in this. They have nothing to do with this.
How do you know? Because I might be in an area that's completely covered in blue.
But what about me? Hello, Blue Hedgehog Man 17. That's me. Got him again.
You're blue.
Oh my god!
I was waiting for that.
Holy shit.
Well, if this was Majora's Mask, I'd just quit spin for the big one. Did it.
You know what, just for the hell of it, I'm gonna sing it, because why not? Actually, maybe... Oh, no, never mind. But anyway, but yeah, I'll sing it for a bit. I want to actually use your musical, but I don't actually fully remember it. Your musical from
I have a blue house with a blue midna. I mean, I'm serious. Look, she is blue. I have a pot and the trees are blue too. I have some pots here and they are so blue, or something like that. Even I can't remember, it's been so long.
Yeah.
It's been so long now, and I am
Twilight
so
Princess
blue.
was your first LP, so yeah, I can tell it's been so long.
Almost 5 years. Wait, why did I do that? I just reset with the bloody rupees. I'm a moron. And I never do that. Oh no. Oh god, what am I doing? Oh Jesus. I'm panicking now because we're on overtime. I have to pause at any given moment. Alright, break that. Break it, break it. There we go. Okay. Actually, there's a gold skull teller here. I'll grab you. Oh god, my bloody nub just fell off. One of my control sticks just popped out. There we are. Oh, what the? No! No! What the heck?
Oh,
there we are. Okay, okay.
Okay.
Crisis averted.
Okay, so now I'm beginning to wonder. Oh, should I use Forest Temple or should I use the boss battle?
Do Forest Temple, because then you can use like the boss theme for another dungeon.
Oh, okay.
Because other than Volvagia, it's the same.
Okay,
other than Volvagia, Ganondorf, and Ganon, it's the same tune.
Oh, okay.
Why did I get hit there? I thought if I crouch, I'll be fine.
How do I say it? I wasn't sure because I'd have thought that maybe, let's see, because how do I say it? If you were to do the Forest Temple in the next episode, then one of us would do the temple and then the other one would probably have used the boss music for the end card, maybe.
Possibly.
Well,
just tell me when you're able to pause, because I'm... Oh, damn, I just realised I'm gonna... You've got a lot of more cutscenes to go through, because right after you get the medallion, you've got to sit through the Deku Tree Sprout literally mocking your... Like, you don't have any parents because they died in the war.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I could have actually paused before I went to the warp area.
Walking into the portal.
And we could have...
Yeah.
I could have paused before actually doing the warp area, and I would have done the warping and these cutscenes in the next episode, but
I want to shoot you, but I has no bow.
Oh boy!
How did that one hit me? Come on, I just got double bombed. Really? It actually hit. Bugger you. Wow, that was interesting. Well, luckily I have some hearts here. Trying to use choice words so you don't like know what I'm doing. Where are you right now? You're right there. I'm a snipe. Hey! When you snipe with a hook shot, you know you got good timing. Oh, he's dropped some health. I want that. These enemies. Whoa! That was interesting. I kind of bugged out. I think everything in this dungeon needs to chill out. There you go, I just gave it away. How did you not grab the ledge? Things are happening.
Okay, let me take what you just said. Everything in the dungeon needs to chill out. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, you kind of did spoil it, because at least now I know that you're doing the Ice Cavern.
Well, you probably would have known, like, because you're editing this video, but like I said in this recording session, maybe not, but I can't resist making the pun! Why are you not grabbing that ledge, Link? You have gloves! Don't give me this Luigi bullshit from Mario Multiplayer. Or Chaos Edition. Need I remind you, Link, you're not affected, you should be able to grab ledges. I'm getting Chaos Edition flashbacks.
Yeah. I had to laugh at that because of that moment that happened to you on both Super Mario 64 multiplayer with Super Linkario and online, our online co-op.
I just killed the guy and yet he froze me anyway. I'm gonna have to get rid of my fairy. Bugger it. I can catch another one outside of the Forest Temple, it's fine.
Actually, speaking of Super Linkario, part of me wants to put her in as one of the cards, but then again, I probably should not, since she's not very active. She doesn't do a lot of content, but I don't know.
She keeps saying that she's working on it, but I don't really see any results, and I keep asking her about it, so I just have her as, like... I mean, the only thing that she's done that's, like, been really active is the multiplayer that we've done, and the collaboration project with all my mates, being, with, the Undertale project. So... I didn't want to pick up the pot, I wanted to roll. The heckle freckle. Right. No, not that one. That one.
Man.
You still in cutscenes?
Yeah, I'm almost done, actually.
Yeah, because you gotta let me know as soon as you're able to pause, because I'm
right,
already halfway through this place, and yeah, I wasn't even in here when we ran out of time, so this is quite long.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm done now. I'm about to pause here.
I'm in a cutscene. I'm opening a bottle.
Oh, brother. Oh, okay. No. Oh, no.
I paused.
It's not that. It's not that big.
I paused.
I'm
You
already
done?
paused.
Oh, I'm paused as well. Wow, that was a big overtime. I'll say that much. But yeah, he was in a boss, and we did say bosses are like a special, you know, freebie. You know, unless it's Ganon, because you know the other person could catch up during the final boss. You never know. But yeah.
Whew, wow.
Well,
wow. I have to say we sure talked about a lot of stuff, especially the past Nintendo Direct that happened. So.
Yeah, and I think maybe in the next episode we'll talk about, like, potential characters for Smash, because considering Smash 4 with the Smash Ballot, any character is possible. Nintendo can work something out if people really want to play as those characters, because they'll buy the game for it. They know. They're aware. I mean, Sora for Smash is already a thing. Again. I think people are wanting Banjo-Kazooie again, but like I said, we'll talk about that in the next episode, because this episode's already long enough as it is, like 45 minutes on my count.
Yeah. The way I see it, even with everything taken out before we start, yeah, this episode will definitely be over 40 minutes long.
Yeah, so next episode will be on my channel. We will be continuing on the race. Right now, we're basically in 2 different dungeons. He just finished one. I'm actually halfway through this place already. So,
okay,
don't know what you want to say about that.
Okay, so you're halfway through the Ice Cavern right now?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Actually, I might be a little bit more. Don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm not doing the Ice Cavern yet, so... But anyway, alright, let's go ahead and not talk anymore. We need to say our goodbyes, so let's go ahead and indeed say our goodbyes. So, next episode will go up on Scatlink's channel, and we'll talk about more Smash and all this stuff from there. So, we're going to say goodbye now. Next time, we're going to continue, and there you go. So, on my behalf, I'm going to say sayonara. This is Blue Hedgehog Man 17.
And Scatlink Sean signing out.
Bye.